The Web3 space is like the Wild West, new, exciting, and filled with potential, but also fiercely competitive. In this fast-moving landscape, innovation isn't just a nice-to-have, it's the secret weapon that separates the winners from the rest. If you want your Web3 startup to not only survive but thrive, you need more than just a good idea. You need a groundbreaking one. Creating innovative ideas isn't just about solving today's problems. It's about delivering something boldly different, something that stands out in a sea of similar projects. It's about offering a solution that doesn't just work, but leaves a lasting impact, one that reshapes the playing field and creates real, lasting value for users. In the Web3 world, where everything moves at lightning speed, being creative and thinking ahead can make the difference between fading into obscurity and becoming the next big thing. But creativity without a framework can quickly turn into chaos. That's where MoveSpiders comes in. Let us guide you through each step to maximize your creativity. From those initial raw ideas to honing in on the one that's just right for you. Together we'll navigate the journey of innovation, ensuring your groundbreaking concepts are not only imaginative, but also practical and impactful. The unique nature of the Web3 space. Everyone knows that the Web3 space is fundamentally different from the traditional internet, Web 2, both in structure and philosophy. While Web 2 is dominated by centralized platforms and corporate ownership, Web 3 introduces a decentralized model powered by blockchain technology. This shift creates a unique landscape filled with both challenges and opportunities that set Web 3 apart. But how does this impact startups, especially when it comes to finding and leveraging material to build your business? Well, it has a profound effect. A Web3 product must embody the core principles of Web3 and be built on Web3 technology. Let me explain. Many have misunderstood that a Web3 product is simply an existing application with a layer of blockchain added on top. We saw this misconception clearly during the GameFi wave of 2021 and 2022. Traditional games, primarily operating off-chain, with a few on-chain features like token models or NFTs added, were branded by their creators as Web3 games. Yeah, but that's totally not the case. Decentralized exchanges like Uniswap and PancakeSwap are true Web3 products. Lending protocols like Aave and bridges like Layer 0, these are Web3 products. They are built and developed entirely on the blockchain to solve real problems that users face. That's the kind of Web3 product idea you should be aiming for. Now, we don't dismiss the role of traditional products with blockchain features. They do have the advantage of reaching traditional users more easily and educating them on Web3 mechanisms. However, in the long run, these hybrid products don't make a lasting impact on market development, and sometimes they even lead to pump-and-dump schemes. So it's crucial to define where you want your business idea to fall. If you're aiming to create a native Web3 product, then let's move on to the next section together. Start with community-defined problem. As Abraham Lincoln once wisely said, "If I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." Many Web3 startups spend months building a DApp, only to find it doesn't gain the traction they expected. In today's landscape, with so many tools available to easily create products, startups often rush into building without having a clear idea in mind. Therefore, it's crucial to take time for research, and the key insights often lie within the community. Before writing a single line of code, focus on identifying your target audience. Who is facing the problem you're trying to solve? Are you targeting individual investors, high net worth individuals, or institutional investors? By understanding whose life you are improving, you can shape your idea to meet their real needs. In a broader sense, the community could refer to all users participating in the Web3 space. However, in a narrower context, you can refine your focus by considering a few factors to easily uncover insights. Questions such as, what is your customer persona? Which blockchain do you plan to build on? Where do your connections offer an advantage? These are just some of the many questions you can explore. For example, you might discover that the community needs a decentralized exchange with an extremely user-friendly UI and UX. You could build it on Ethereum, but this blockchain is somewhat slow. How about Solana, which is much faster? Yet, Solana has many competitors already established. Will you be able to compete? In this scenario, Aptos could be an optimal choice, offering both high-speed infrastructure and an ecosystem with gaps that your project could fill. Your ultimate goal is to find an idea with problem-solution fit, meaning the issue you're addressing is significant enough that users are actively seeking a better solution. By solving a real and pressing problem, you greatly enhance your chances of creating something that resonates with users and gains strong traction in the market. Identify your differentiation from competitors. After building a strong foundation by understanding your community and the problem you're solving, the next crucial step is analyzing the competitive landscape and identifying what sets your product apart. In Web3, competition is fierce, with numerous projects often tackling similar problems. However, what will make your product stand out is the unique value it offers, something that your competitors haven't fully addressed. Start by thoroughly researching existing solutions. Take the time to explore their strengths and weaknesses, and look closely at how they are approaching the problem you're targeting. What do they do well, and where do they fall short? A prime example is the downfall of Paraswap, a once successful DEX aggregator that thrived in 2021. Despite its initial success, Paraswap's poorly designed tokenomics severely damaged its position in the market. This failure highlights the importance of researching not just technical solutions, but the entire ecosystem surrounding a product, including tokenomics, user incentives, and market fit. A weak spot in any of these areas can significantly hurt a project's long-term viability, no matter how innovative it seems at first. Research thoroughly. Keep in mind that identifying your product's competitive advantage doesn't necessarily mean inventing something entirely new. Many factors contribute to your product's creative edge, such as whether the ecosystem where you're building already has a similar solution, the timing of your product's launch, or even the story you tell around your project. These elements can be just as important as technical innovation when it comes to standing out and capturing market attention. When assessing competition, consider whether your solution is chain-specific or chain-agnostic. If you choose to build a product tailored to a specific blockchain, such as Ethereum or Aptos, ensure that your solution leverages that chain's unique features and solves its specific pain points. However, if your vision extends beyond a single chain, creating a chain-agnostic solution that interacts with multiple blockchains could greatly broaden your potential user base and increase your product's utility across the Web3 space. Ultimately, your goal is to carve out a niche in the market by offering a fresh, innovative, or interesting approach that others haven't explored fully. By clearly defining how your product stands out from the competition, you can position it to gain a competitive edge and establish a lasting presence in the Web3 ecosystem. Build an MVP and gather early feedback. Once you have identified the problem and defined your competitive advantage, the next critical step is to build your MVP, minimum viable product. An MVP is essentially the simplest version of your product, designed to solve the core problem using only the most essential features. The key here is not to aim for a fully polished product, but rather one that addresses the primary pain point your target audience is facing. By doing this, you can quickly test your idea in the real world and gather valuable insights without investing too much time or resources up front. When building an MVP, it's important to apply the 80-20 rule. 80% of the value will come from 20% of the effort. Focus on those key features that provide the most significant impact. Every feature should be questioned. Is this absolutely necessary to solve the core problem? If the answer is no, it's best to leave it for a later iteration. This ensures that you launch your product quickly without overcomplicating things. The goal is to get a working version out there to test the core idea, not to perfect every detail at the outset. Once your MVP is ready, the next crucial step is to gather feedback from real users as soon as possible. In Web3, the community plays a fundamental role in shaping the direction of any project. Therefore, releasing your MPV to your target audience early on is vital. By doing this, you can collect real-world feedback, which will help you understand how well the product is solving users' problems and what areas need improvement. Gathering both qualitative feedback, like user suggestions and interviews, and quantitative data, like user activity metrics, will help you refine your product further. The process doesn't end with releasing the MVP. You need to iterate quickly based on the feedback you receive. This means taking the insights gathered from your community, making adjustments, and continuing the cycle of improvement. The faster and more effectively you iterate, the more aligned your product becomes with your users' needs. In addition to gathering feedback, it's important to reward your early community members who engage with your MVP. Offering incentives such as airdrop campaigns where early testers are rewarded with tokens or NFTs is a great way to build loyalty and encourage continued participation. These incentives show appreciation for the community's support and can strengthen the bond between your project and its early adopters. By rewarding those who contribute to shaping the product in its early stages, you also lay the foundation for a long-term relationship with a dedicated user base. Building an MVP and receiving early feedback is a continuous, iterative process. By staying focused on solving the core problem with essential features, engaging the community, and making rapid improvements based on real-world insights, you will create a product that resonates with users and adapts to their evolving needs. Conclusion: creative thinking is the key to generating groundbreaking ideas in the Web3 space. By deeply understanding your users, continuously experimenting, and finding ways to differentiate from competitors, your startup can create truly innovative products that resonate with the community and win the hearts of users. The journey of building a successful Web3 startup requires persistence and a willingness to iterate, but the rewards are immense for those who dare to push boundaries. We encourage startups to continue fostering innovation and to never shy away from experimentation. In the fast-evolving world of Web3, the most successful projects are born from the courage to think differently and adapt swiftly. Keep innovating and testing, and the potential for success is limitless.